Mr. Speaker, this PC government's whole legislative agenda has been to attack public sector workers. This week, it's our teachers. With the release of the Task Force on Teaching Excellence report, this PC government is making teachers the scapegoat for problems they've created. Chronic underfunding, larger class sizes, fewer resources and supports, crumbling infrastructure, to the Minister of Education, blaming teachers, the very people who you force to make do with less every year.
Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, that is a complete mischaracterization of the task force report. In fact, excellence in teaching is fundamental to any good education system. Alberta has one of the best education systems in the world, ergo we have excellent teachers. But we need to be better. We need to look forward. And so the task force identifies areas of teaching excellence, excellence in educational leadership, and excellence in assurance, and suggests that we look at, collaboratively, with other groups in the system, how we can do a better job.
First supplemental.
I suggest you start by looking at your broken promises. Mr. Speaker, given that this government was elected on a promise of stable funding increases for our schools, and given that instead it's been cuts, ballooning class sizes, and school closures, to the Minister of Education, 40 student math classes and closing neighbourhood schools, is that your idea of excellence in education?
Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, excellence in education, as all the studies have shown, comes from how you can have a teacher who can inspire passion in the student to find what they're good at and to maximize their skills and abilities. That's excellence in teaching, and it can happen in any location. We strive to have great classrooms for our students, and we're building 50 new schools and modernizing 70 other schools, and that will be done. We are looking at how you can modernize the curriculum so that teachers can be prepared or students can be prepared for tomorrow's problems. But at the root of it all, it's excellence in teaching. And that's what the Task Force report is encouraging us to look at with all of our partners in the system.
Thank you. Final supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Class size affects excellence. Given that the real solution to improving education is to ensure classrooms are properly funded, low student-teacher ratios, and adequate supports for all students. Given that attacks on teachers are a distraction from the real elephant in the room, will the Premier admit that what's really standing in the way of excellence in our schools is this PC government?
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member wants to talk about attacks on teachers. He's making it up, quite frankly. The Task Force report does not do that. The Task Force report outlines a number of key questions and makes some recommendations. But the Minister has indicated that those recommendations will be out there, the report will be out there, the groups, including the ATA, will be able to comment, be able to participate, and then those comments will go to what's called TDPAC, which is a joint committee of the ATA and government appointees in order to determine how we move forward in teaching excellence. That is fundamental work for the future of this province.